here again. Welcome to part 2 of my flip through video. If you didn't see the first one, I've already done a flip through of the first signature that goes inside this junk journal that I created as a giveaway, as a thank you and as a celebration for hitting 9,000 followers on Instagram. And a lady named Angela is the lucky winner. And so Angela, this is yours. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. And so I've already done a video showing you that junk journal, or that signature I should say, and only one could fit here perfectly, so it will be up to Angela to decide if she's gonna keep both books in here or not. So, but that was the first one. Here is the second one. I decorated the cover also on this one in case she just wants to keep it out like this. She doesn't have to put it in there, but the book was meant to have 2 signatures. The papers that I've used to create these 2 books are by Maggie Holmes and by Dear Lizzie, and I thought I would show it to you. I did that on the first video, but here's a little recap. I used the Maggie Holmes Open Book Collection, also the Dear Lizzie Polka Dot Party, and Maggie Holmes The Bloom Collection, which is one of my favorites. And there are a few little things also from the Carousel collection by Maggie Holmes. And I've tried to do something pretty much to every page, but at the same time kind of left them plain, because obviously Angela needs to add her own style to the books, and hopefully she will enjoy this style and she'll be able to work on that. I think obviously she saw some of the pages on my Instagram, so I'm sure she liked it and that's why she entered. If she didn't like it, then you know, I'm sure she would have passed. But so I added it's actually, well, it's not washi tape, but it comes in a little roll, but it does have glue, so you just peel the back and it already has the adhesive on. This one here, I just added a little label there, and this page is actually 2 of them put back to back, so they were one-sided. The inside is white, and then I stitched it. I ran it through my sewing machine to create a pocket right here. And then I used my one of my Martha Stewart punches to create this little scallop edge there. So like I said, this is a pocket. I did a little decoration here. And this page, again, I try to use some papers that were, you know, they didn't have a pattern to them. And then I added just little tags and little journal cards that she can take off and add them however she wants. So a little washi tape there. And if I use a paper clip or something, I usually attach something to both sides. So this is just just a little postcard kind of thing here, a journal card. And then this one here is just a little what we call a tuck space, because you can tuck something under and use the paper clip to hold it in place. So this is just a doily that I've folded in half. You don't have to, you could glue it, you could staple it or whatever, but in my case I just wanted to leave it open for her to do what she wants with it. So I love this paper, and so whenever I arrange my papers, I try to put them next to something that coordinates. So in this case, obviously that paper look worked well with this one here. And a little paper clip with some baker's twine at the end just to make it look cute. I love it when there is stuff sticking out from junk journals. They just make it a lot more fun. For this one here, again, the page was white, so I added this little grid paper. My doodling around it with a little bit of embellishments on the top and a little bit of a stamping there that says totally enjoying. And then this one here, I use repositionable adhesive. Yeah, that was hard. So it does have glue, but it doesn't stick. You can just put it somewhere else, but I just kind of wanted her to have the idea that, you know, you could put it there. This here is a little pocket. I love it. I use a little baker's twine to add a little bow there, but it is a pocket. So I made this tag from one of the leftover pieces of paper, but I did spray it. Wait, did I spray this? I don't think I did. I think the paper came like that, already sprayed. So you can see that it, you know, they're all part of the collection, so everything kind of matches. And I am obsessing over seam binding ribbon, and so I'm on the hunt for it because this came as part of something, and I only have like a few little, you know, pieces. And now I want more. So I've been eyeing a few things on Etsy. So anyways, a little tag there. This is probably one of my favorites, just how it looks. Again, it's kind of repositionable there in case she wants to move it, but it's just a tag. She can add some journaling there. This is not attached. They're just being held here by that paper clip that I added some washi tape to create this little banner here. I love this paper here, this yellow rose with the pink background. This one too, oh my, I mean everything. This is by Crate Paper, and it is by American Crafts, but again, they're all kind of the same family, so they use kind of the same colors. So we are to the center of the book. I did the same thing on both books. I had these little envelopes that I got from the store that I told you Tuesday morning, and the Smash Box or Smash Book, I think it's the name brand of these little envelopes. And they have a calendar on the front, so I just folded it in half and added the little scallop edge here that I trimmed with, I think that's a Martha Stewart punch. And then I did some fussy cutting on some of the other papers, and then I added two little tags here, which I love. This is just such a pretty center with a large doily. And now the patterns are gonna repeat on the other sides. And again, some pages she can just do however she wants to add them, or you know, embellish them. This is just a, you know, trim from one of the sheets of paper with some fussy cut flowers. And then this one here, it's actually a card. I had found a box of cards from the same collection of the paper. So they come with envelopes and everything. So I thought, oh my goodness, I'll just add one of those because they match. So this is a card. And what I did is I attached it on the side. And then I only put adhesive on the sides over here and left the top open again to create a pocket. So lots of room for writing, for, you know, she can have a photo, writing, more writing, and then even here she can add more embellishments. But I thought that was kind of a cool little way to add more space for whatever you want to do. And because we have a lot going on here, I kind of left this one open. And I think I'm gonna go back and add something here again. I wanted to leave some things plain for her to add, but I just feel weird. So you know how I use that coloring technique on the other book with the old gift cards, where I just put some paint and then I just rub it like this, and then a second color and then just rub it like that. Maybe I will go back, or maybe some splatter or some inks to add a little something. This was just some crepe paper that I stitched together, and then I don't remember if I actually, yeah, I did stitch with my sewing machine and some crimping shears to add the little rough edge here, and then a tiny little what is this? Rickrack. Wow, I can't believe I remember. Rickrack ribbon to hide the stitching there. And then I just cover this page with that grid paper or polka dot, that's what I call it. I use another one of my punches here to create this edge, just to add a little something to that page. This one here, it's a tip-in, I believe. So it goes like this. So again, just a way to add more space for writing and for photos. I did use washi tape on both sides, unlike the other one where I only used it on the inside because I didn't want to just use washi tape on this side if it had a pattern paper. So I did not want the washi tape to compete, so I didn't put anything here, only on the inside. But here, because this is just a solid color, it didn't matter. It actually added a little something to it. So you know what, instead of putting, oh, I think this one went in here, that's how it was. If I add a paper clip, I like to add things to both sides. So I added that there, and I glued the little butterfly there. She can use that anywhere else she wants. And then this is just a little tag on top of a little journal card. And then we're back to the pocket. So there's two, one on that side here, and it repeats on this side. And in this case, I added more of that little lace ribbon. And then this one was a plain white paper. I didn't want to leave it like that, so I covered it with some cardstock, and then I wanted to add a little envelope, but I'm just gonna add it here for her to put it wherever she wants. It matches perfectly with everything. So I added it here at the very end, and that is the second signature that is going to go on in here. And if you haven't catched the first video, here is what it looks like. And you know what, I'm gonna have to change this because this is so delicate. It's just gonna get, I might have to switch that. But if just a recap on the cover, it was an old book. I added 2 layers of gesso because the fabric that I used to cover it was so see-through, and I wanted the background to be you know, just a subtle, you know, plain white, so that it came through the fabric. I have this other type of fabric that match the color of the flowers just perfect. I just frayed it a little bit, and it'll keep fraying, which adds a little charm to the book, I think. And then I added more of that tape. It's not tape, like I said, but it already had glue on it, of this lace little ribbon here. I punched 2 holes here and 2 at the bottom, and then strung the elastic bands so she can add the 2 books in here. And then I reinforced the center of the spine with some clear, like, shipping tape, and then use some coordinating red polka dot paper there, and the bow goes all the way around, and there is the back. And then, like I said, I will also send her all the little bits and pieces of leftover you know, pattern paper, so she can use them, use this to create her pages. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have a question, and hopefully now that this is done, I will get back to my regular process videos of my traveler's notebook. So thanks so much, you guys. Until next time, I hope that you come back and you get crafty with me.